But hello, everyone. Helsinki is a vibrant seaside city with beautiful parks and beautiful islands. And we have a long publicly owned seashore here. Helsinki's maritime location is part of our fundamental nature and also part of the urban culture here. I think it's even internationally unique feature that Helsinki have over 300 islands that are free to use and publicly owned. I don't know if any other city or capital in the world have such a feature. And like I was introduced, my name is Minttu Perttula and I'm head of the Maritime Development Project here in Helsinki, city of Helsinki. And what we do is to encourage maritime recreation. We upgrade tourist services in archipelago, and also we increase general appeal of the city of Helsinki. While doing all that, we have to keep in mind that archipelago is very fragile, very valuable, and in unique and in many ways protected environment. And for example, adjusting to the climate change is actually a really critical factor, especially in archipelago. And that is why we need to be extra conscious and keep in mind that everything that we do in archipelago must be sustainable. And also there is like a big need for surveillance and monitoring of the change. And more we encourage recreational use, more we need to monitor the change in archipelago. That's for sure. And also maintenance of the maritime nature and cultural environments requires regular follow-ups. Problem with all that is that everything that we do in archipelago is often considered difficult, expensive, time-consuming, and in overall, whatever measures we do in archipelago is something that people think that it's 2 times or 3 times as expensive and difficult as we would do it at the mainland. And that's why I welcome Drone Olympics so warmly, because it gives us definitely one way to do things more time-consuming and cost-effective way also in archipelago. I still remember when the drones came to archipelago and we started to use them there. At first, we always had to ask permission from the military to use them, because in archipelago there are military areas all around it, and it took so much paperwork before we could fly anything. And at first we used drones to take beautiful pictures and footage. And man, those machines were expensive. I can remember that we paid something like 25 or 30,000 euros for one drone. You probably remember that too. But nowadays we are far beyond that and far beyond taking just pictures and footage. And we can use drones for many purposes over there. And when I think about all the possibilities, I think about surveillance of poisonous alga. I don't know how to pronounce that, but leva, sinileva, for example, in Finnish. Monitoring the invasive species that take space from the native species, like urturuusu, again, a word that I don't know in English, but anyways, and gathering information of erosion caused by increasing use of the archipelago. So my imagination is probably limited when it comes to use of drones, and that's why I'm here and you are actually doing the thing. But I'm sure that what we can do with drones, there are much more to come. One of the craziest ideas that I ever heard was that people were thinking about taking pizzas out from the mainland to the archipelago with drones. And I was just thinking that seagulls and all other birds would get like blasted over that idea. That would be like, I was just picturing in my mind how tens and hundreds of seagulls were just waiting those drones to come with a pepperoni pizza or whatever there. So I don't know. Well, I kind of would like to see that though. Anyways, Helsinki wants to be a true maritime city, but we also want to be the best and most functional city in the world. And in Archipelago, we can actually combine those two. And I'm like certain that Archipelago can be a place for nature and protection and recreation, but it can also be a place for innovations and new ideas. And that is one reason why I think that drone Olympics are important, because that kind of combines all of those: protecting nature, gathering information in cost-efficient way, and being innovative. In this point, I want to thank all of those who have made this happen. And Jukka-Pekka has told me that this has been an amazing event, and all the cooperation around it has been so fruitful and giving us a lot to learn from. And especially I want to thank environmental services of the city of Helsinki. And also I want to thank the main organizer, Ultrahack, and our main partner, National Land Survey of Finland. And it has been a huge pleasure to work with all of you. I share my workspace with Jukka-Pekka, and he has been so excited about this. So he was asking me to come and speak here. So I was ready and willing for sure. And I hope we can keep up learning from each other, and we can do this event in a regular way. And thank you so much for participating in this. And I wish you have a great rest of the event. Thank you.